thinking about how other practitioners around the world have influenced me. My scrapbook is a starting point. This page shows my scrapbook, which helped me in many ways, such as gaining knowledge about various design methods and styles from around the world, discovering my own preference and clarifying my design goals. I found that Japanese design made up a large part of my scrapbook, and it was clear that I was quite heavily influenced by Japanese design, so I then explored further the Japanese design styles that appealed to me. I really like the works of Takata Yu, what sets him apart in the design field. In my opinion, it's his ability to express a certain randomness and a sense of ease to the extreme. By using irregular lines and unique layouts, he breaks some traditional aesthetic concepts and visual stereotypes. In addition, his attitude towards imperfect things also demonstrates his broad innovation and unconventional thinking in the design process. These are all places worth learning from and emulating in my own design practice. This is his personal website, featuring a highly personalized style that perfectly matches his design aesthetic. The web pages incorporate randomization, overlapping, color flipping, and other techniques to express his unique style. These pages amazed me because they made me realize that design can be so innovative, that beauty doesn't have to be the ultimate goal of design, and that established rules don't have to be strictly followed. Next up, I will show you how Japanese design concepts and styles inspired my project. My project aims to express a sense of inertia in action and the feelings that arise from its suspension, using the story of Sisyphus as a metaphor. In line with the global context curriculum, it encourages students to explore and experiment with the inspiration from the art and design world. The myth of Sisyphus has been published in many countries around the world, which made me realize that the book covers a form of design expression. At the same time, I want to understand how designers from different parts of the world interpret and design this book. This page shows my visual interpretation of the story. I extracted elements from the story, assigned meanings to each shape, and I believe I was influenced by Alice Key's work about two squares. He used two squares, a few lines, and a circle to create a maze-like image that was very expressive. At the same time, on one of Takada's personal websites, he posted a variety of triangles that inspired me greatly. Each one was vivid and creative, with regular lines, strong colors, shapes that went beyond the boundaries, and interlaced patterns. In the sketching phases that followed, I focused on the arrangement of repetitive shapes in the design, as I believe they can express the repeated action of pushing the stone uphill in the story. Then, building on the main form of repeating patterns, I incorporated what I learned from Takada design philosophy, adding highly saturated colors and some irregular shapes in the hope of breaking out of the Euro design framework and creating some Euro visuals. During my identity and cultural project, visiting the V&A Museum was incredibly inspiring. The museum providing an opportunity to explore the connections and influence between different cultures and art forms. I could see how different cultures have influenced each other over time, which led me to reflect on the works that I am interested in, how they have influenced me, and what characteristics they possess that make me unique compared to other works. Now I want to discuss the Taoist culture that has deeply influenced China. Confucianism and Taoism are the two important traditional values that have had a profound impact on Chinese culture. Taoist philosophy emphasizes the way of nature and advocate following natural laws, pursuing inner peace and freedom based on the core values of Taoism. I think of a painting technique in Chinese painting, leaving blank space, or yu in a more refined name. This technique is a compositional method that uses the absence of an object to express its presence. As a painting method, it evolved during the Tang Dynasty and matured in the Song Dynasty. You can experience the beauty of blank space in this painting by Ma Yuan, fishing alone on a cold river. This painting depicts only a few ripples, a flat boat, and a fisherman sitting alone on a boat fishing, with almost everything else being blank. However, it is precisely this blank space that portrays the vast river and creates a strong sense of space. Because of the blank space, the atmosphere of the cold and desolate river, the fisherman's concentration on fishing, and the distant imagery and imagination come to life on paper. In contrast to Ma Yuan, in the painting Tranquil Dwelling by the Buddhist Kuncan during the Qin Dynasty, there are no ripples in the river, and the entire surface of the water is left blank, with the only boat suggesting to the viewer it is a tranquil autumn water. Kuncan's use of blank space is more limited and organized. During my research on the concept of blank space, I discovered Li Wells, a modern visual artist from the United States. She presents her understanding of ikebana, a traditional Japanese flower arrangement, by showcasing the beauty of blank space through the combination of plants and objects. Her works are simple yet profound, and the details reveal her unique visual effects created by slicing and rearrange the image. This image of abstract and imagination elements has inspired me greatly. After conducting extensive research on the specific cultures that have deeply influenced me, I returned to consider the requirements of this project, including personal history and life experience, community and belonging, intangible cultural heritage, or hidden identities. It is also crucial for me to think about my own identity and how to describe or define myself. As someone who is typically received in public, I may be considered someone who is not particularly articulate. Interestingly, silence and the blank space on a canvas share a similar emotional quality. In moments of silence, we can better listen to the voice within, clearing our thoughts. Similarly, artists can use blank space in their work to simplify and purify the composition, adding rhythm and pacing to their creations. In both cases, silence and blank space emphasize the concepts of space and time, allowing room for more imaginative thought. Therefore, it can be said that both silence and blank space are a way to seek inner purification and deeper experience in both life and art. My initial idea is to use the edge of the blank space in Chinese painting to show that the existence of this blank space leads to unlimited possibilities of scenery, people and stories beyond the picture. This vast space for the imagination is achieved by the strength of the painter's brushstrokes. On the other hand, this also symbolizes the importance of silence in life. It can help us better listen to our inner voice, calm our thoughts, and purify our hearts in a noisy society. It can also help us better understand the views and feelings of others in communication. Later on, I started working the project, which was focused on the concept of blank space in traditional Chinese painting, so I tried to extract the blank space in the painting. Next, I wanted to use emerging technology to bring my project to life, so I looked for a way to incorporate it into my concept. That's when I decided to learn Touch Designer, a software that allows for dynamic and organic visualization. I hope to use this technique to capture the infinite possibilities hidden within the blank space of my concept. This page documents my learning process of touch designer, showcasing my dynamic creations at different stages. Below are the dynamic images created by connecting nodes after extracting and processing traditional Chinese painting materials. However, what I found important is that during the programming process, some blurry lines appear at the edges of the image before it is fully displayed. These blurry lines are like an open door, extending beyond the predetermined canvas, visually representing the core concept of blank space. This page showcases my final outcome for the Identity and Culture module. Finally, this concludes my entire presentation on the topic of influence. Thank you for watching.